Hi guys, it's Human here, and we are here with a Steelcast and giving you the news.
We got a lot of topics to discuss, so let's get right into it.
Okay. Okay. So what do you think? Who do you think in soccer is going to be the new biggest player after Ronaldo and Messi go out?
Easily Mbappe.
Mbappe? Oh,
Easily.
come on. You don't think it's any of the other guys that could surprise us later?
I don't know many guys, but I know Mbappe's pretty good, so
Oh God.
let me pull up some of his highlights here real quick.
Oh,
Wait, who do you think's gonna be the best?
I mean, Mbappe is a top contender. See, my thing is that there's so many players now that are like you think could be the next big player, but are like older veterans that have played for a while and just appear out of the blue. They're not really that person that like shows up. I mean, Pulisic is really good though. Pulisic on the USA team, but I don't think he could come close to a Messi or Ronaldo. I'm not sure about that one.
All right, I don't think I'm gonna put up any highlights because might have to give credit to someone.
Oh gosh.
I don't know how that all works.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll have to see later, but like, I'll have to look up players and stuff, but I don't think anybody really comes close other than Pulisic right now and Mbappe.
It's definitely Mbappe.
It's definitely an Mbappe.
You've seen the way he moved at that World Cup.
Yeah, but you realize that's the only point that people were noticing him. Like any other time, we just didn't notice him.
I still think he's.
Will he?
I don't know.
Or will just Messi and Ronaldo be like there for a while still? Like, are we saying they're gonna stay there for a while? Like Ronaldo, I think is like almost 40 now.
There's still a couple of good years. I think until probably 2 more World Cups. I guess.
Only 2 more. I think Messi's done with a national team. Not sure about Ronaldo though.
Oh, Messi is done.
I think Messi's not done, but I think he's just playing on Barcelona right now.
Okay.
Not exactly sure. So. Oh yeah, he's 32. He's got 8 years left in him.
Yep.
Messi's yeah.
What about Ronaldo? Isn't he like 33?
Oh, hold on a second. Ooh. Oh, okay. So I guess they already are comparing Mbappe to Lionel Messi and Ronaldo. So I guess this is who's the next.
I got people on my side.
Wow. Age 35. Well, this is yep.
So what are some of the?
Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic is 38, and he plays for. Okay, Kylian Mbappe is only 21, so he'll probably stay in the league for a while. Stay in the rounds for a while.
He's only what, 25?
21.
That's still pretty good.
21 minus 4 from that, and it's 21, buddy.
Oh, he's 21?
Yeah.
I thought you said he was 25. I was going to say, what?
I think he still plays for PSG too. Oh, what about Griezmann? Do you think he's the next best, or is going to be one of the better strikers in the league, or any of the leagues, really?
He's that. He's on France, right?
Yeah, he's on France along with PSG.
Okay, I don't really know much about him.
Probably.
So I don't.
Oh, I forgot. Neymar's instead of him. Okay, then. Do you think Neymar is good at all? That is the question.
Floppy Neymar.
We all know Neymar Jr. is a good player, but do you think he will will he be one of the bigger, like, will he become bigger than Lionel Messi and Ronaldo when they leave.
Definitely not.
Well, I mean, he is known for the flop, so I mean, we call that the Neymar.
I think he's done pretty much.
Bye
I mean, he's still pretty good, but
it's a lot of the guys that you know from like when you're watching it like earlier, like from earlier seasons are like leaving now just because the new generations are coming up finally. So like a lot of new guys are going to start joining soon. So we're not going to know a lot of people anymore.
yeah.
Oh my, what is happening here? What is this tidbit of information that you have to share with us, Adam?
I'm just showing the background picture. Figured I'd put a picture of the guy we're talking about so people know.
This dude might be able to beat both of the top players in the world. Will it happen? That is the question. Will it happen?
Yes,
Oh, will. Huh. Well,
I'm guaranteeing it.
okay, you're guaranteeing it. Well, can you guarantee the NHL season will happen other than that?
I can also guarantee that's happened. So that's pretty good transition into our next topic, the NHL season. Let me just go ahead and stop showing that. I'm going to find a way to get this bracket up, and then I'll try and talk about it. But pretty much, there's going to be 24 teams returning instead of the normal 16.
Mm.
Oh, I got it right here. Let me just put this up real quick.
See, the best part about this is that, like, even though coronavirus has happened and stuff during it, it also, like, might actually make seasons worth watching, like the seasons that we have missed on some sports just because of this.
So, as you can see here,
who's first seed on this side? I can't see.
24. There's going to be 24 teams. These first top four teams in each conference, they get to have a round-robin tournament. They play one of each.
Okay.
So the Bruins will play Lightning, Capitals, and Flyers once.
Mm-hmm.
The winner of the round-robin will get first seed, second, third, and so on. This first round, it's going to be a 5-game series, best of 5. And then the other rounds are going to be 7-game series.
So who are you picking for winning these games?
So I was going to actually just do my predictions real quick. For this one down here, can you see my mouse at all?
Yes, I can see your mouse. We can all see your mouse. Make it bigger, make it smaller.
Wait, I think I just moved the picture around. Okay. So I think for this series, it's definitely going to be Hurricanes.
Okay.
I think this one is going to be close, but I'm going to go with the Islanders here. This one, I don't think there'll be any chance. It's got to be the Pens.
Mm-hmm.
And even though Toronto had their downfalls early in the year, I think they're going to win this one.
Could Blue Jackets, though, surprise us again and just destroy?
They do have that surprise factor. I did actually pick all the top-seeded teams. The playoffs always surprise, so some teams might not take the rest as easy.
Yeah.
I think for this one, on Western Conference, I think it's going to be Winnipeg, Edmonton, Vancouver, and then in a surprising twist, I'm actually going to go Arizona. I think Arizona has a better team than Nashville.
Yeah.
I think their goalie situation is better. I'm not saying Pecorine is bad. I like Arizona's better.
See, if I had to pick really teams, I would these are the ones that I'm confused about because I'm not sure exactly with these two, but I'm going against you here with the Blue Jackets just because of that surprise factor. I have to agree with you here with the Winnipeg Jets.
That's where we're going to have to disagree on that.
Same with
I think
Penguins.
Tavares and Matthews are going to carry them. I think they're going to go pretty far. I think Toronto's going to get pretty far in these playoffs.
See, my thing is when you're looking at this, I think most of the higher teams are going to win. Just it's not going to be like surprising at all, but it's going to be the 8 and 9s are going to be like some of the games to watch because they might be the closest of them. I'm not sure because of what happened last year with Blue Jackets and Lightning. So,
and then for these round robins, I think Tampa will get first seed. I'm going to go Boston second seed, Washington third seed, and Philadelphia fourth seed. I think that's how it's going to unfold. Western Conference, I'm going to keep St. Louis first seed.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to keep Colorado second seed, but I'm going to switch these up. I think Vegas is going to go fourth seed, and Dallas is going to go third seed. I really like how Dallas's team is made. I think they're going to go far.
Well,
I think Dallas and Colorado, I think they're like the two teams to watch for in the Western Conference.
Yeah.
Other than
what I would have to say, I mean, if Blues pull it out again, I wouldn't be surprised, but it all depends on really who wins like these games to tell how far they'll go or anything. But for right now, it's really just like a null and void.
That's pretty much it. I'll give you my predictions for like this Stanley Cup final and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to go through every series by series, but I think the Stanley Cup final is going to be Tampa this year. Ooh. I think this is their year. I think it's going to be Tampa and Colorado actually.
Ooh.
But I think Colorado's going to squeak it out.
Could be Dallas with a surprising twist,
or even Edmonton. I think I like Edmonton's chances too.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick two, I'm going to go these two.
See, my thing.
And then I do think out of those two, I think Colorado's going to win.
Yeah, when we're just looking at this here with all the with all the seeds and stuff, I just don't know who's going to win. I just want to see this play out. That's like.
Well, the Oilers. Connor McDavid's just going to blow by Chicago. I don't see any chance for the Blackhawks in this series.
Same with Penguins and Montreal Canadiens.
Yep, same there. I do think the only thing for the Pens to watch out for is Carey Price, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be their main chance. Like, it's going to be the only thing if they lose. That'd probably be the only reason. Carey Price.
See, for me, I would pick some of the higher teams just because I know they're gonna win. But other things like the Coyotes or the New York Rangers, I would just want to see the win just for the upset.
Yeah. I don't know. I think New York's good. They're just not good enough to contend yet.
Yeah.
Same with Montreal. They're still rebuilding teams.
Mm-hmm.
Arizona did pretty good earlier. I'm surprised they actually finished below Minnesota. I don't think Minnesota has a very good chance either.
So what you're saying
I think Arizona will surprise a lot of people.
So Coyotes pretty much right now is like the Blues last year where they kind of had the suckiest season, but then like turned it around and then went and won the cup.
Well, actually, the Coyotes at the beginning of the season were first in their conference. They slid all the way down to 11th.
Yeah, with the coronavirus, we always got to talk about the NFL. The biggest thing is the NFL. Even though the NHL has this, we got to talk about who and what's going on with the NFL because it just seems like nothing's happening there, or is there?
Are you talking about the Cowboys and Texans players?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ezekiel Elliott tested positive for corona with other Cowboys and Texans players.
Did any? I'm sorry about that one, but do you think there's anything behind it other than just they got coronavirus? Or
I don't think they were like purposely trying to get it, like going to parties.
yeah, no.
think
But I'm
they
just
just-
saying, is there anything else behind that? Like,
I
would
do think it's a coincidence how like it's both of the Texas teams. Maybe there's something to watch for down in Texas.
yeah, or it could be just that they opened up early or something that
Yeah.
Because I know it's really bad in Florida. But I mean, do you think coronavirus will affect any other seasons other than the NHL or MLB for that matter of fact? Because I heard MLB is actually discussing only doing like 70 to 75 games this year.
I don't think MLB is playing this year.
Mm.
The owners and the players are fighting over the money, and I don't think they're going to get anything done this year. So I don't expect MLB to play this year. I think by the end of July, NBA should start up. I think they're getting their plan pretty soon. NFL will have to see what happens with Corona.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they can just go on as regular, but
yeah,
we'll see. And then obviously, if it comes back, it affects all these other sports again.
Yeah.
The ones that are coming back, it's gonna have to like affect them. Maybe they'll have to shut their season down again.
Yeah.
Maybe not hand out a trophy this year, but
Could it possibly Corona cause like all of the USS sport? Let's just say all US sports had to shut down again. Would people actually start watching Europe and soccer? Would they actually have to be forced to watch that? And boxing, like I know boxing is going on right now. So would they have to choose between boxing and soccer if that ever happened again? And shut down USA stuff?
So yeah, I think ESPN is actually putting on European baseball, so that's another option for people to watch. I do think most people will go over to soccer.
Ooh, that'll be change of events, I can tell you that.
I think there's going to be a lot of people going to boxing at first, but then they're probably going to go back to soccer, I think, eventually.
So it might actually become the world's, well, it is the world's best game or most popular game. So it might actually just, USA might just say, hey, we're going to watch it now because football's out. Do you think football actually will get the same amount of views that it did when it was on? Or has something changed over that time?
I don't think anything's going to change. I think it's just going to stay the same. They might even get more views.
Ooh, XFL might.
I think it goes up every year.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what the XFL will do this year, though.
Yeah. Yeah, if the XFL actually, if the XFL were actually to happen again and NFL not, would more people watch the XFL just because of that reason they want to watch football?
Definitely. Most people did it at the beginning, too.
Yeah.
Just like they wanted more football, they got more football in the spring.
Mm-hmm.
I actually thought it was pretty good league. I thought games were somewhat interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was horrible like that.
I think they definitely.
AAF, I think it was last year.
Yeah. Didn't they take field goals away and it's like 10 yards? If you do like a 2-point conversion, it's like 1 point with the 5 yards. 10 yards is like 2 points and 15 yards is like 3 points.
They did that.
Yeah. So while we're on the topic of football, why don't we discuss college football and how that's being affected?
Okay,
about that or Colin Kaepernick?
That is going to be very interesting to see how that plays out, college football. Because
teams being the Ravens, Jaguars, Steelers, Texans, and the New England Patriots. Because do they really need a new quarterback after Tom Brady, or do they have someone to fill in for him? Really?
I don't think Jared Stone's good enough to fill in, but
I
guess he could surprise people.
Just like the 49 quarterback for the 49ers this year, being the second quarterback to Tom Brady.
Oh, yeah, Garoppolo.
Yeah. Which surprised us all, actually, really. And Tom
I mean, yeah. They carry their running backs most of the way through the playoffs, the 49ers did. I don't really think they really needed Garoppolo.
Yeah. I mean,
he made some good throws here and there, but they didn't use him enough.
They did definitely have a good defense in the whole thing. Just came to the Super Bowl and it just didn't look good at times because it was like, yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on the Colin Kaepernick situation then?
My thoughts is, why would people accept him back after what he did? Like, I know kneeling before the national anthem had some thoughts to it, like trying to get a movement going and stuff like that. But he could have done it in any other way. Since he's a football player, maybe he could have used a platform to speak out or something instead of just kneeling at the national anthem and kind of ruining his chances to even get back in the league.
Do you think he will end up getting back into the league on a team soon?
I mean, if he does, he will not be a starter. I'm gonna say that he will. If he does, he'll be like maybe a third, like that person that they have reserved for like if the second quarterback goes down. But other than that, I'm not sure because I think people are just gonna look for him like because he's been out of the league and he hasn't really been. I mean, he's gotten older, but haven't really gotten the experience some of the quarterbacks have nowadays. So it's just kind of being like, we're going to pick you up, but you're just going to be sitting on the bench. So I really don't think he has a chance again at football, really.
All right.
I don't think there's any chance of that ever happening again.
I think in light of recent events, I think he will eventually get on a team.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know how soon it will be. I know he probably will get on a team. Antonio Brown, I don't think he will though.
Yeah, he's gonna try, but I don't think he is. He'll probably if he ever gets picked up again, he'll probably be dropped just like New England dropped him.
Maybe.
And just not, or all the teams will be smart and say, you know what, we're not going to use you. Or just not accept him just because there's a lot.
Well, I know some teams are actually thinking about getting him. I know Seattle was very interested. I saw a report on that a couple days, maybe a week ago. But I don't know if anything's going to come to it.
See, what I would have to say is even if he is a good player and he gets onto the team and he actually helps one of the teams out with like their season and stuff and like causes them to get into playoffs. I mean, that'll not that saying anything, but just because of what he has done, I don't think anybody really would want him to come back and do anything anymore. But it's all up to those people up top.
I mean, he's good. I'll give him that. But
you can't really deny that.
He's just a giant jerk. I don't think anyone wants that.
I don't think anybody wants just that on their team right now because that would send a wrong message to the whole league, really, and to the fans of the team.
Yep.
Anything else you have to talk about?
I guess we could go back to college football.
Ooh, college football.
I did have something to say on that. It's going to be very interesting to see how that plays out if there's actually going to be a season.
Yeah.
Because depending on coronavirus, if some schools don't go back to their campus, I don't see how they can have a football or sports program. So then the NCAA has to do something to figure that all out.
Yeah.
Because if one school can't go in, are they just going to shut down like all of them? I know it probably won't just be one.
Yeah. I'm definitely I have to say what I have to say about college football is that like I know people are sitting on the side, probably sitting out in home because of this, but like if they were to go back, I would say it would probably not have as many, maybe just not have fans in it just because they might be able to play with the amount of players that they have and coaches.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll do something like any like now like the high school where some people play where they're saying you're allowed to do it and you're allowed to be on the field, but there's only a certain number of people on the field, off the field, and everybody has to have masks, and if like any medical people have to have gloves if they're touching anybody. So
Oh yeah.
They might do that. So that might.
So,
I mean,
I hope it'll get back, but
yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, I would feel sorry for the seniors this next year too, just because 2 senior groups just get their seasons taken away from them because of this virus and stuff. And just if that could be the possible year that the one team actually goes ahead and could win it, and then they just don't get to play, that just, yeah, that doesn't look good for the season at all. Respectively them, because like all the people now that are actually getting like signed or looked at by teams in the NFL or MLB and stuff could be picked up, but have to prove themselves again in the NFL or in one of the bigger leagues just because
it's gonna mess with the draft. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. It'll definitely look how people look at drafting and stuff, because there might be a lot of trades and stuff instead of just they're still going to draft. I know that, but it's probably more everybody's going to be drafting, but everybody's going to be looking for trades and all in the NFL, because those college people have to now prove themselves in the big leagues.
Pretty much. Yep. All right, that's all I have.
That's all you have? Oh boy. Do you want to talk about anything with racing or anything? Because since we're on the virus right now, do you think it'll affect like NASCAR racing and stuff? Will they like have to force that to stop at times, or do they just keep doing that since it's like they're all?
I mean, I think most of them are social distancing. The only people that might not be are like the pit crew, I guess.
Yeah.
I know that's actually starting up.
Yeah.
I think there was a race a week or two ago.
Yeah, I heard one race in North Carolina had to get they raced for like half, and then like they had to stop it just because of the amount of people that were coming and like not social distancing at all, and just might actually just start stirring it up again and stuff like that. But other than that, I'm not sure what's gonna happen.
I don't think anyone is.
I know we didn't say we were gonna bring this up, but one more thing. What do you think's going to happen with all the protests and stuff that's going on? Will it affect sports or not? Just asking for a yes or no answer, because at this point,
it definitely will.
So
it most definitely will.
So probably it might. See, my problem is if it will cause sports to look different, or if it won't. Like, I'm thinking it won't, because I think it's just going to...
Well, all these players are already saying they're kneeling for the national anthem. It's going to cause a lot more controversy if the NFL will let them do it. I expect them to.
Yeah. I mean, I respect the cause and everything. It's just I wanted to ask that just because it was one of those things that is now going on, but like it should be I mean, you protest all you want at points. You should just go to the voting booth sometimes and just decide there instead of like, I mean, I understand protesting, try to sway the people right in now, but sometimes it's just if you vote near you and just have cause change there instead of looking at the overall spectrum sometimes. Because sometimes you cause small change can cause big change. And
I mean, I don't know how they would be able to vote on something like that.
I know.
I think it would have to come from a person.
Yeah.
Like, it's just how you feel inside.
Yeah. It's definitely going to be fun to see in sports, especially, because will we see big changes to the way games are played and stuff, to the way we respect players, or will it just be in like the how much they get money wise, how they're treated by coaches and stuff like that, what we don't see, because some of that is pretty big that we don't see stuff and it's going on. Other than that, but that's all I had to say about that, because we had nothing really else. But that's the Steelman signing off for now. That's the news.
See ya.